nothing like live hockey. Experience Minnesota Wild action at Grand Casino Arena all season long, including Wild versus Stars on December 11th and Wild versus Capitals on December 16th. Secure your seats now at wild.com/tickets and join the excitement.
My favorite moments on the fan are the weather forecasts. Because we're getting real in depth. Tennessee's last hour, I was going to comment on it, and I got lost track. I was like, we're going to get a lot of snow coming. Can you imagine if Paul Douglas went on there and said, so, a lot of snow coming. Over to you, Mark. Sports now.
I mean, we literally have
take him 3.5 minutes.
I'm not criticizing.
Yeah, we have like 4 seconds to get everything out.
I should have prefaced it by saying I'm not criticizing.
I'm not offended.
Yeah. No. I know why we do it that way, because we only do
Unfortunately, it would take Douglas 3.5 minutes to say exactly that, and then he would claim that his IFB, which is, earpiece, I didn't hear the director rapping me up, the producer rapping me up. They called him the sponge because he would take up all my time.
Really?
Oh, notorious. And he still to this day is apologetic for years of blowing past raps. It's like, Paul, you're not the only
Why isn't this in your book?
Well, I mean, I don't.
This is the stuff people want to hear.
I got a lot of juicy stuff.
He's destroying Paul Douglas, his former co-worker.
Sounds a lot like 9 to noon, actually.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like 9 to noon. What other little tidbits you got? That's some more dirt on Paul Douglas or some other people. I don't have any
dirt on Paul. I like Paul a lot.
No, this is a new change.
No. I'm just talking about professionally. I'm not the only one who would say it. He would get rolling. He's a top meteorologist, and he would, unlike our guy Chris Schaefer.
In Chicago, they called him the goof on the roof.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of that. And of course, he was made his mark here at CARE, and they came over. But he just had a habit many times. I'd be on the set. I have my earpiece in. I'd be hearing the same producer going, rap, 30 seconds, rap. And he'd be going into the 5-day forecast like he had 5 days to give it. Oh, tell me.
Weather's important, Mark.
That's all I heard.
Well, what do you want to hear?
I'm saying people, all they cared about was the weather and traffic. That's it.
What do you think I care more about? What the forecast can be for my round of golf in the morning, or you to tell me that the Wolves were bored again and didn't want to try?
And we have to get bored listening to you talk about your golf game, so it kind of works both ways.
I don't think there's boredom there.
Oh, I think there is.
All I know is we do Wheel of Topic and oftentimes.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Common Man's golf game, and I'm coming off the best year I've ever had listener-wise, so I think they must like it.
Maybe it's past that point.Maybe people still hang on waiting for you to get done with it.
Or they like...
I like listening to it. I'm just giving a hard time. It's a special...
I don't think they like it either.
It's a special moment in the show.
I don't think they like it either.
Oh, they may not.
I just thought I would...
it's okay.
I just want to fight back.
No, but Douglas thing was always fun. It's part of the...
Kennedy thought I was picking on him. You thought I was picking on you.
I wasn't offended in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, okay.
No, you didn't think that.
I thought he was...
Traffic's already... Speaking of traffic, it's already backing up because of
we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time to do a weather forecast. We're jam-packed with commercials, great content, and so many other things. We don't have time. And plus, if you want to get the weather forecast...
Look on your phone.
That's where you find it. That's where you get the in-depth stuff.
That's the difference.
That's the in-depth stuff.
So. We'd have to wait for Bud Krayling's weather window and weather, to get the real
Got
forecast.
any dirt on Bud?
No.
Bud have any skeletons in his closet?
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. But I was way too young to know any skeletons. He was a very nice man. I so thoroughly was honored to work with the great Bud Creel.
How about Hal Scott, Ray Scott?
Oh, Hal, I have a zillion
F.
stories
Scott
about.
Fitzgerald, you know anything about him?
I'm aware of.
We're aware of him, Adam Scott.
Hal Scott, I had lots of Hal late night stories with Hal. Never missed a day of work, but he'd stay out after hours joint. They used to have these after hours joints.
Little Red Wagon, or
I don't know, other places.
No, the Irish place.
Galvin's? Wait,
no, wasn't there
in St. Paul?
In downtown Minneapolis, next to near the
Duff's. Oh, God, we all went to Duff's, but he was more of a Harry's guy. Harry's was on the corner of 9th and there was a Cascade 9. And Harry's was a great restaurant over on, I think, off LaSalle or something. But Hal, everybody went to Duff's. That was where all the athletes hung out.
Right.
That was a legendary place. And but Hal was
Who
more.
owned Duff's? Do you know?
I'm sorry, say again?
Who owned Duff's? Do you know?
Joe Duffy.
Joe Duffy. Okay.
Yeah, Joe, the late, great Joe Duffy. And, a lot of the jocks would hang out there. And so then a lot of the
Achmads and guys like that, or?
Mostly, and I remember, in fact, I talked to him about it when he was in town. Ed Marinero was,
Eddie Marinero.
He was a matinee idol guy. But yeah, all the athletes, anyone who came in, any team that came to town always knew that was the place to go.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
Ed Marinero, been a football player or actor?
He was a pretty good actor, as it turned out.
Good at, didn't he? Was he on
Hill Street Blues?
Hill Street
and
Blues.
He did. Yeah, that was the number one thing he was on for quite a while.
Eddie Marinero.
But he was with Fran and Chuck Foreman. He served a real good purpose. He could catch the ball out of the backfield and did a really nice job.
Do you know who wrote the theme song to
Hill Street?
Hill Street Blues?
I do not.
Michael Post.
Oh,
Michael Post. He wrote a lot of those. Matter of fact, he was related to a Wilbur Post who owned a horse that could talk.
Okay. I knew you were going down that road. That was a very good show. I liked
Hill Street Blues or Mr. Ed?
Well, both. Different concepts.
Programming predicament.
Yes, sir.
You've got one or the other. You got a rerun of
Mr.
one.
Ed.
Yeah, I take Mr. Ed.
A horse, of course.
Nobody else could. Did anybody think that maybe just Wilbur was nuts or drunk? Because nobody else could hear the horse except Wilbur. Except for Wilbur.
They don't make them like that. Can you imagine sitting in a boardroom coming up with I created this really good creative idea.
A talking
horse. People are looking at, what are you smoking?
Well, that was I think we talked about this even recently. Back in the day, think of all the concepts after show. How about we have a nun that can fly?
Sally Field.
How about this? The main character, his mom is a car and it talks to him.
I know.
And where do they come up with these ideas? I got another one. We have a guy that's married to a witch and she wiggles her nose.
Well, how about a genie coming out of a bottle?
An astronaut lands and he finds a genie's bottle, and then he rubs it, and she gives him 3 wishes, and he says,
"How about my favorite Martian?" With
for his first wish, he says, "I want 3 more wishes." And then he's got 5, and then he wished it was noon Sunday.
Oh man!
Or 7:20 Sunday night. Vikings versus Dallas.
We had the proverbial crush on Barbara Eden. That's for sure.
You did. I was more of a. Were you more of a Jen or Marianne?
Well, that's a different show.
I know it's a different show.
I was Marianne. She was down to earth, girl next door.
You like that, Don? You like the girl next door kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's we are okay.
See that whole concept. Let's just get shipwrecked.
Well, you're married to a farm gal.
I am. Yeah,
and she was a farm girl from Kansas.
Not quite, but Westbrook's close enough. Yeah, she was a farm
Don
girl.
Wells.
Oh,
Don,
yeah.
I'm saying is like you liked.
I didn't know that.
You liked Marianne better.
Correct.
And then I was saying I can see why, because she was a farm girl in the show, and then your wife is a farm girl from Westbrook.
That's very true.
So maybe you're just attracted to farm girls.
I guess I am deep down.
I guess.
Way to peel the layers away from me.
That's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find out what makes you tick. Did you see what Phil Rivers said? He feels stronger at 45 than he did at 25. That's why he's coming back. He's just like you.
I thought, it is. It's easy to get punked, as they say, or whatever, to get on social media these days. The people making up, fake IDs like the Adam Schefters of the world or whatever it might be.
Or Lem Barney's dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, that
crazy
and
stuff,
Carl Eller. And,
right.
This one was just as absurd. And now he's trying out. All these guys. Brett Favre could roll out of bed today and throw the ball 70 yards. But, to play in an NFL game, do they have like one quarterback on their roster right now? Think about how far Indy's fallen in just 2 weeks. I mean, they got nothing left. They got a tough schedule, too. So I think we're all anxious to see. I hope they don't break them in half. He's got like 19 kids, doesn't he? Maybe one of them could.
I've got the answer. Andy Reid, Fumbleruski. Say Fumbleruski.
I heard you talking about that.
Fumbleruski.
No, he didn't want to do it.
Your guy, are you a McCarthyite?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. I think he's got promise.
No, I meant the McCarthyite, the guy that was searching for communists. Get it? Because weren't you a McCarthyite? Wasn't that what that was called back then?
McCarthyism.
McCarthyism, but you were a McCarthyite?
I wasn't really around at that time.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. That McCarthy?
Well, yeah. Well,
Joe McCarthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think has been more effective at their job so far, J.J. McCarthy or Eugene McCarthy?
Eugene.
Yeah, I think Eugene was.
Was.
So let's do this. We got Gophers to talk about.
Yes,
They got a bowl bid. They're just excited. Other teams are saying we have no interest in playing a bowl game. We can't wait to get to a bowl game. National Big Ten Championship was a really good game. Lots of great NFL action. And the Vikings with a 31 zip romp over the Commanders. So we'll talk about all of that with Mark Rosen when we return to the Common Man program along with Ten and B and Mark Rosen here on the Fan.
Want to chime in on what's happening with your favorite KFAN program? Make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Bryan text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
I think you're safe, Rosie.
What's that?
Intend to be same for you because I see you oftentimes use the purified water system in the break room. And I noticed that on the filter it says it was last changed about the same time the Egyptians were building the pyramids.
That's not good.
Actually, it was January of last year, and I just asked
boy.
AI Overview.
Yeah.
It says you should change your water filter every 3 to 12 months.
Okay.
Depends on the filter type, your water quality, and usage. Refrigerator filters often need changing every 6 months.
Yes.
While whole house sediment filters might be 3 to 9 months. And RO membranes last 1 to 5 years with signs like bad taste, slow flow, or odors indicating an immediate swap. Check your manufacturer's guide first and your local stations for time and.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess you guys are okay.
Well, I normally bring my Yeti in with my own water that I have at home, filtered water, but I left it in the car for some silly reasons.
You have a Bigfoot?
I do.
I didn't even believe in Bigfoot. What did
He's
you?
got 2 of them, actually.
Yeah.
I do have 2 big feet.
Wait, hold on.
That's a good one.
Give yourself a rim shot. Like that. It's really good.
That's pretty funny.
Speaking of that, did you notice Meats House is now doing a TV endorsement?
No, I did not. No.
Jack
What's that
Links.
for?
Well, they love them because the best thing's going for Jack Links is no speaking part, and they didn't even have to give him a costume.
I did a commercial for them. I think during
Tickets will be going on sale for Flop, Sweat, and Tears.
are they just happening again? Okay.
January 31st. How about
wow.
this? How about this venue? And it took a while to book it. Eagles Club in
The Eagles Club, you say, in Rochester?
The Eagles Club in Rochester.
Wow. What does that seat? 10?
A couple 13, 14.
Yeah, all right. That's your first after
January
the New Year date?
31st.
All right.
Then, February, I believe it's 23rd, Cato Ballroom, the legendary Cato Ballroom. We
I
return
have
there.
fond memories of that place.
And then we're working on a big announcement for the Fargo area.
Okay. Back at it.
We're back at it again. So just wanted to let you know that. Your Vikings played the Commanders, and they were in total command of that game, pardon the pun, from start to finish. Commanders had a moment where it looked like they were going to, early in the game, they might get back into it, and they were stopped. They couldn't score. And then the Vikings they went on a 98-yard drive where they just sliced and diced. They mixed the pass and the run. It was McCarthy was patrolling the gridiron like a general would a battlefield. He looked like MacArthur rather than McCarthy. Thank you. I like that. I just thought of that. And they went on to win. He was very, very good. He had a 129.2 quarterback rating, something like that. 3 tutties, no interceptions. They dumbed it down a little bit, simplified it, which is okay. Which leads me to the question that no media member, I think, has asked the head coach yet. Do you regret not dumbing it down earlier, not trying to work so much on his mechanics? Did you not see his mechanics needed work back when he was in college and at the combines? Why are we where we are when, if they would have maybe put what they did together, I don't know if that would have made a difference. None of us will ever know, but it seems like, okay, instead of trying to just throw him in and do my exotic, because It's a pretty complex offense from what I understand. What I'm told is the stuff that the McVays of the world and the Reeds and all these great football minds like O'Connell, it's pretty complicated. There's a lot going. They're not breaking the huddle until there's 8 seconds to go on the play clock, and you can see O'Connell's talking like right up to that in 15 seconds before he has to shut off the mic.
Right.
And I'm wondering, because they've said, "Oh yeah, it was easier for me. I didn't have to think about it as much anymore." Is there? Should he? I just want to hear what you have to say to that question, but I don't think anybody's
it's a legitimate
asking.
question, and at the same time, it just might be part of the maturation process that he's gone through, and that he's kind of figured things out himself without having to be, spoon fed. That we're simplifying the offense. I mean,
They said they did simplify it.
Yeah, but just in terms of, I think a lot of it has to do with, number one. Here's 2 ideas. Let's have a successful running game, which is what they had on Sunday. Don't turn the damn ball over, which they didn't, and force turnovers, which they did. And so those 3 things can make a lot of quarterbacks look a lot better. But there's no doubt he had a much more calm demeanor, and that's why I heard KOC earlier today. The question was, Vikings won the toss. Instead of deferring to the second half, which most teams do, they wanted the ball.
Including the Vikings. I think I saw a note. It's only the 3rd time that O'Connell has opted to take the ball first. Well, all the time he's coach, that's 4 years.
I know, and he said he wanted. We know they haven't been successful at home. They wanted to kind of get the bad taste out of their mouth and try to do something right away to kind of get the fans back into it a little bit. But more importantly, I think just get McCarthy relaxed a little bit.
I think that's it. Yeah. Well, show me you have confidence in him too.
Yeah, and exactly. And so I think that decision was made obviously middle of the week sometime. And the mysterious thing for me, not that Washington was ever going to be in the game, was they got the ball, and Jane Daniels, it was great to see him back for as little as we got the chance to see him. He still looked overwhelmed, but Washington had a really good running game going, and they marched all the way down like the 3-yard line. I'm thinking they're just going to punch it in here, and we're going to have a tie game, and we'll have a very entertaining game. For whatever reason, their offensive coordinator, whoever's calling the plays, Kingsbury, starts calling passing plays. I mean, wait, you just got down here by ramming the ball down the Vikings' throat. 3 times they threw the ball inside the 2, and the Vikings, stop them on 4th down. They get the ball, as you just mentioned, on the 2-yard line, and C.J. Ham had a lot to do with some good blocking formations and opened up some holes. They got out of the hole, and they went 98 yards, basically took up the entire second quarter and capitalized on it, and that was kind of it. And then the Vikings just took over. Defensively, they were very good against Seattle. That was kind of lost in translation, given the ineptitude of what happened on offense. But they're finding themselves. They're playing their best football defensively right now, and they're going to have to be even better Sunday night against Dallas. And I think the door was open a little bit last night with the Eagles losing that game to the Chargers in L.A. So they have an opportunity. Dallas does to kind of at least keep their playoff hopes alive.
Right. Well, coming back against Washington at home, a team that it looked like they were kind of checked out. Mm-hmm. And, Daniels was playing his first game in a long time. Right. I think I saw defensively, nobody was giving up more yards per pass play than Washington. So that's nice because, as you say, with Philly losing, Dallas is going to have some interest on Sunday night. Yeah. So I think you'll face a team that will at least, they're fighting for a playoff spot. And then, what is it? Do they have, how many games do we have left? We have 4. Who else do we have? Cowboys,
Giants, Lions, Packers.
And then Lions, Packers. Lions, right. Packers could, we don't know. The Lions could be out of it by the time they could lose 2 in a row here. But more than likely, the Packers game will be either for the division title or just seeding. So right. It'll be fun to watch. But yeah. and that's what I mean. It'll be fun to watch McCarthy. It's just it's something else to look at. Say, okay, correct. Now you're not playing a Washington team that's checked out. You're playing a team that's going to give you everything they got because they want to improve their playoff scene and see how he performs. That was a nice rebound for how he's
it was perfect timing for all that to happen. So. Now they got to keep the pedal down. He has to as well.
We'll pause. One more segment to go here on the Common Man program with Common, Tenneby, and Mark Rosen here on the Fan.
The holiday season is the perfect time to give and receive. This December, partner with builders and remodelers and get great savings on any project, plus up to $500 in holiday groceries. And Builders Remodelers will make a matching donation to Second Harvest Heartland. Visit buildersremodelers.com to help give this holiday season.
This email came in not long ago to booth@kfan.com. Says, luckily for the producers at WCCO TV, unlike Paul Douglas, Rosen never went long on his sports segment because you read exactly what they put in the teleprompter. So if they wanted him to be done, they just turned it off.
Larry Mondello guy.
How did you know?
Again. Because that's all he's capable. I've seen his comedy act. It's got the same stale information.
Dull routine, yeah.
I mean, it's just, I got 8 kids and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, I've heard the whole
There's actually 6 kids.
6
they're all
kids.
girls.
They're all
whatever.
girls, I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
And then they wanted you to be done. They just turned off the teleprompter.
That's funny stuff. I know. I think people who are jealous, they can.
It's envy and jealousy. Isn't
of course it is. I mean, he's sitting in his basement in this kind of computer.
He's got his little cubicle there. And he's crunching numbers, doing IT stuff.
I think it's funny.
All you did was just
carve out a 50-year career.
Yeah,
just having someone else type information for me.
Great gig for you.
It's a great gig.
Conference championship games in NCAA football this weekend. And when the dust settled, we have 12 teams.
Right.
Notre Dame said, you kidding us? We're not in. We're out. They don't accept a bowl invitation. Kansas State and Iowa State both said, we're out too. Now, they lost coaches.
Yeah.
Iowa State also said, the players said, we got so many injuries. I don't know if we can field a team. I think a lot of it is a lot of these teams just don't want to play another game. They don't want another 3 or 4 weeks. It's funny. Heard PJ yesterday during the Golden Gopher Minute moment with Grimm.
Right.
And he was talking about how great it is to have another bowl game and the 3 or 4 weeks of practice and bonding with the kids and the seniors getting their last game. And I really think that a lot of the guys, if you said in a moment of honesty where you didn't have to say anything, you asked every player on the team, do you really want to go to Phoenix and play another game against another 7-5 team? They'd say, no, I got no interest.
I don't know. I don't think it's 100% or close to it. I think there are players.
75% don't want to.
Well, players who understand they're never going to play in the NFL. This is it. I mean, whatever esprit de corps, whatever feeling they had about playing college football, for X number of years, whatever level they're at, knowing this is the last time I'm going to put the uniform on, I can understand why a lot of guys want to play in it. And I understand the other side of it. That's why I don't think it's like, I don't want to play. I mean, I think in Notre Dame's case, it was a whole different situation because they were, I think, rightfully upset that they didn't make the playoffs. And there's probably a lot of political reasons for that. There's not being a part of a conference. There's a lot of pressures that people maybe we'll never understand the whole
one they
story.
lost to Miami, and Miami was allegedly edging them out. But then Alabama gets in with 3 losses.
Exactly.
And they got destroyed by, who did they play in their championship game?
Georgia.
And they got
they wasn't even close. So I think these other games, I understand both sides.
They want the Crimson Tide in the game.
Yeah, they did. Oh, of course they did. But I think, like the Gopher situation and others, you go out there and, but it used to be, I think what we're also still going to see, and it's probably a more prominent now, there'd be a lot of guys dropping out because the ones who do think they're going to have an NFL career are not going to expose themselves to possible injury with
that's another thing.
Combines coming up and all that other stuff. Even if they're getting the nil money, they already got the nil money. It's in the bank. So a lot of those players are going, why would I, other than the ones that are going to participate in the playoffs? I mean, you're going to see, Indiana's best out there. You're going to see Ohio State's best. You're going to see, all the other teams that are in there. I don't think you're going to see many kids dropping out because they got NFL contracts. Some of them are making more money right now than they will in the NFL. That's a different horse, as they say. But I don't know.
That's a horse of a different color.
Yeah, there's another one you want to look up the meaning of. But I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that comment. I think there are X number of players who do want to say, it's one more shot to put on the old uniform. I'm not trying to romanticize it. I do think there's some truth to it, though. I don't think PJ's too far off with that.
I think there's some guys that say the last thing I want to do is practice.
There are
for 3
some
more.
guys.
I'm beat up. We've been playing. We laid it all on the line. It's an exhibition. The NCAA tries to say these are to reward teams for great seasons.
They're not
6
anymore.
6 is not a great season. 7-5 is not a great season. Now there are teams that are 5-7 that are going, including the Gophers last year.
We both grew
They're
up.
They're doing these games for one reason only.
TV money.
TV money. They've got to fill TV
We
slots.
grew up with the Orange Bowl.
41 bowl games.
I know. We grew up with bowl games meant something. Even ones that didn't have sponsors that we grew up watching. I'm thinking of the Gator Bowl or other ones that were not necessarily the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl.
My favorite was the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
The Blue Bonnet Bowl.
Played at Houston.
Lindsey Nelson.
Yeah.
I'm just saying at the Cotton Bowl. I mean, we know those are the games, and now you have so many that it's lost all its meaning. And add in, you got sponsors' money and the rest of it. But the conferences do make, these schools do make money for showing up to these bowl games. But it's just, it's all.
It's walking around money.
Well, again, is it must-see TV? No. I feel like you mentioned it earlier. I haven't even looked at the list of some of these. The also ran, because now you do have a 12-team college playoff. That's all that people care about. The other stuff is just filler. If you're a neutral fan and watching, slippery state against someone else, I don't know. I wouldn't put the TV on to watch it.
Would you rather watch James Madison against Oregon or Slippery Rock against Montana State? I'd rather watch Montana State play Slippery Rock.
I would too.
James Madison is going to get absolutely destroyed.
James Madison.
And I guess are they there because it's an automatic bid because of a conference championship win or something?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like we see these matchups.
Is Tulane in, or is there another team like that? Isn't there a Tulane or something? Another team that's going to get just crushed.
One like that. Yeah,
is going to get destroyed.
They will be. And that's the whole point with the Notre Dame argument as well. Are they really putting the 12 best teams? No, they're not, because it doesn't work out that way. But I heard you talking earlier too that the Indiana-Ohio State Big Ten championship game, and those guys are risking a lot then too, because it's like Ohio State did this. A year ago they lost to Michigan, and then they end up winning the national championship. I still think Ohio State could win the national championship. They're that good. Absolutely. So the fact that both teams poured their hearts out trying to win that game the other night, but
that's playing for the love of the game. And I know they're playing for an 0-1 but neither team was going to lose the game and go, well, they got bumped from the playoffs.
No, they were both
going to make it as either one or the two.
So it didn't really matter, but other than the fact that it was highly entertaining football to watch.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was really good defense. Some key plays on offense.
Yeah, it was good to watch.
Here's another email that came in sort of on that same vein of turning off the teleprompter. This one says, so if we want Rosen to stop talking now, do we just give Ben Lieber some vacation time?
One thing you can say about your audience, it never gets stale.
No.
The same 5 people write you every day. And then you laugh like it's original.
Well, there's probably more, but I don't know how to do. Yeah. I don't know how to authenticate my text messages. I'm going on old-fashioned email. Now.
It's okay.
Email now. Email is to our text messaging what carrier pigeon wants to email. This is like a carrier pigeon now.
Yeah.
And if you, all right, so we all know the impact of nil. But how about just donations? Did you see the story about Michigan State?
I did not.
Michigan State University secured a $401 million commitment.
I did hear about this
from Greg and Dawn Williams, with $290 million earmarked for the athletic department.
Wow!
The $401 million donation consists of $290 million to Spartan Athletics, $100 million to Spartan Ventures, a tax-exempt nonprofit created to bolster athletic department fundraising. So they're giving them $100 million to try to raise hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more millions of dollars. $11 million went to academic and extracurricular initiatives. So here's a bone for you. Yeah. Here.
Put another...
Because, we know what's really important. Not education, but trying to win a natty.
Forget trying to find another cure for some sort of cancer. We got to try. We got to think about the teams that Michigan State had. I've had discussions with the great Gene Washington, who was on that team with Bubba Smith and Clint Jones.
Yep.
I mean, and then Michigan State and Notre Dame, and the talent, Hall of Fame talent level on that team. What those guys would have been paid today, and I'm sure other people say, well, they were getting something under the table. It wasn't very much if they were getting anything at all. But when Duffy Daugherty was coaching that team, and Alan Page was at Notre Dame, and those two teams were colliding. The amount of talent that they had, and Michigan State trying to go back to those glory days of yesteryear. Man.
Do you think when Duffy Daugherty brought Michigan State to town, he went to Duff's?
I don't know. He probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
At a press conference Friday, Greg Williams, the co-founder and CEO of financial technology and insurance brokerage company Acrisure, he's the one that he and his wife, the $401 million, offered a message to university stakeholders. Quote, set your expectations extremely high because the support that you need to achieve what you want to achieve, you have it.
My God.
Williams did not attend MSU, but he grew up rooting for the Spartans in nearby Lanesburg, Michigan. He's become a close friend with men's basketball coach Tom Izzo. How happy is Tom Izzo? Tom Izzo's going to have an NBA team now. He's going to have.
He already.
They're already I think they were ranked. I watched them play this weekend. They lost to, was it Duke?
I think so.
And I think they were ranked 7th going into the game.
They're always, top 10 team. But
they're going to have, when you have that kind of money, think about that. The $290 that's going to go to the athletic department. Football and basketball will get the vast majority of that. So let's even say it's $90 million Izzo's going to get to play with. And there's other booster money.
Right.
And there's nil. If you want to be a rich man and play for a really good coach and a chance to play in the Natty, you go to Michigan State. They're going to be unstoppable. I'm just telling you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The rookie contracts that those players would get in the NBA or the NFL probably will pale by comparison compared to what they potentially would get at Michigan State. Can you imagine when Judd Heathcote was coaching them and they offered Magic Johnson when he was coming out of Eastlands? Out of Michigan State, here, we want you to come here and play. Or Indiana State offering Larry Bird, and we're gonna offer you a pickup truck compared to whatever other big college would try
a couple of gift certificates to Panakuchen Hoos.
That's about it. That's all we got, Larry. Is that good enough for you to come to Indiana State compared to making millions going somewhere else? Those teams would have never had a chance at getting these players. And all the great players that we watched. Exactly right. Oh, my God. It's so different now.
Lou Alcindor doesn't play for UCLA.
Well, and there was plenty of rumors about John Wooden's so-called, I'm using the air quotes, bag man.
Yeah.
John was squeaky clean, but he had people behind the scenes, and I've been told enough stories about it, that filled the coffers of a lot of these guys when they were going to UCLA and a few other places like that. I'm sure they weren't alone with those sorts of things that went on, for many of these schools.
Your Wild Club, they were skating on thin ice there for a while.
Well, it's a couple games.
And they, right, but I'm just saying for a while they were skating on thin ice. You can't argue it. But they bounced back. They beat the Kraken last night. Got a couple of injuries. Tenebee, do you think the Zooks, do we know? He
got smoked.
He got smoked bad, right? So we're not sure. Is there any word, anything from
No word other than he didn't return to the game last night. My guess is it would be something head-related.
Yeah, so it could be a concussion protocol kind of a thing.
Could be a couple days, could be a couple weeks.
Goaltender.
Could be completely fine.
Goaltender took responsibility, said it's on me in the loss, one of the losses where, the wall. Meanwhile, your Wolves club, again, they get off to a slow start again. Randall admitted, he said, it seems like we just ease into these games, and, that's the same thing that Ant said, and it just keeps happening over and over and over. So they all are aware of not getting out to a good start, not playing how they can, but yet they continue to just not do it, and I'm at a loss for maybe you can explain it.
I can't explain it. I think, Finch is trying to explain it, but, there's just guys that just, last night, they were only down by 6 at the end of the quarter, so, they got off to a slow start, but Phoenix was playing without Devin Booker, and the Wolves were, other than until Gobert got 20 minutes in, then he got a flagrant 2, so he got kicked out of the game for hitting the guy in the ribs after he got hit in the head. I don't know if that he deserved to get kicked out, but he was having a really good game. He had 15 points and 8 rebounds, and he was dominating the inside. When he went out, it was just really bad shooting nights for, and I heard Finch on today. I mean, Jane McDaniel's got to get more than 7 shots in 40 minutes. That's just ridiculous. DiVincenzo, depending on how you want to pronounce it, Mark, 1 for 7. Naz Reid came off the bench and was
they had 4 guys combined for 4 for 30.
Terrible, yeah. And then as it turns out, all of a sudden, I didn't even know he was still on the team. Bones Highland played 16 quality minutes last night because they're not going to play Dillingham. He didn't even play.
Yeah.
So that was encouraging, and I think we'll see a lot more of him. But they still lost the last couple minutes, minute by 3, and then So now they're off because they have that NBA Cup going on this week, and they resume play Friday night. They got a couple practice days.
They're relieved not to be the NBA Cup. I mean, they don't even like these regular season games.
No, why would they play?
Why would they want to play in the
money? They play at Golden State on Friday night, so they're sitting at 15-9.
The Thunder, they've won their last 10, 23-1.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's what a poised, polished professional team looks like.
They're the outlier. I mean, there's no question. There's not another team like them right now in basketball that putting that kind of effort and that kind of talent and those kind of results. There's no one in the league that can touch them right now. Barring a major injury of some sort to SGA, I don't see anybody threatening them this year. I mean, the playoffs could be a different animal. The Wolves played them tough in Oklahoma City, but
we did
try to win 4. Yeah, they did that last.
Didn't we get
game.
beat 4-1 in the?
No. I'm just talking about this year, this season.
Well,
I'm just saying that to have some team beat them 4 times is any playoff run when they probably won't even lose 4 games. They might lose 4 games all year. Good luck. It seems like it's really one-sided. That's I don't think the league wants that, but they haven't truly had a dominant team. This kind of harkens back to the Bulls. I mean, it's just in Jordan in his prime to see a team dominant.
This is better.
It's just unreal how they're playing and not taking a night off, as you say. Congrats to Rocco Baldelli for joining the Dodgers organization. He's got a new job in the front office. Not going to be putting the uniform on.
Do you think that's a lateral move?
Yeah. Then they signed the number 1 relief pitcher on the market.
Twins
the poor
to
Dodgers. The Twins did. Diaz, who left
Twins
the Mets.
to Dodgers. And so now,
it's just unbelievable.
I didn't read the story, just the headline. What's his front office job description?
I haven't read the description. He's going to get coffee for Ohtani.
Just hang around.
Ohtani needs
lean up against the batting cage.
Needs his dry cleaning picked up.
Did he win for an unprecedented 4-time male athlete of the year?
Yes, he ties. Yeah, I don't know who.
Or is that a tie?
I think. I think Tiger and a few other ones have won it 4 times, but Ohtani did win it. Yeah, so Rocco managed to land on his feet to go off the.
Poor guy.
Oh,
because when you're with a organization with a rich tradition like the Twins, I mean, then you have to go to the Dodgers of all places. How sad for him.
My goodness.
Really, I extend my sympathies to him.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Do we know? I thought I saw now again. I shouldn't admit working at the All Sports station that I just skim stories. But what was the one with minority owners coming into focus? Twins want to add the bullpen. Do we know who they are? I mean, what do you mean they're coming into focus?
Well, I think the names will be dropped pretty soon.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who they might be?
No, I do not. I think what we're hearing...
Kevin Warren?
The news that came... Kevin Warren. The news was sort of like, well, no, they're not going to trade... Leaked out, kind of like the Aaron Gleamans were saying, we're not going to trade Buxton, we're not going to trade Ryan.
Or Lopez.
Right? So, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
But their payroll will still be about $110 million.
Always good to see it. You think it'll get to that much?
I think Byron Buxton saved the Twins.
You do?
Yep, they were going to... once he made the threat that I'm going to leave if you sell the other guys, and then they knew there was going to be too big of a PR threat. It would have been a death sentence if all those guys had to leave.
God.
Could very well have been.
So him speaking up saved the Twins.
We'll talk about that. Well, I don't know. Release. I mean, we may have saved him in the PR department. I don't think it's going to save him in the standings, but that's a whole other story. Mark, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Tenneby, thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
You as well. We enjoyed our visit with you. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 noon, but stick around. Poise, Polish, and Professional next. Big Ticket, JG, they're next, right here on The Fan.
Well done, young man!
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.